Do Kwon is finally arrested and in police custody. Jake Paul, Lindsay Lohan and other celebrities hit with an SEC fine. A 23-year-old crypto scammer has been abducted and tortured, and so much more crazy crypto news in this last week. Hello and welcome back again. I'm Theo, a content creator for the AltCryptoTalk team. Nothing in this video is financial advice, purely my own opinion and based on my own research. Do not invest in anything that you can't afford to lose. And I would also like to thank all of our subscribers who are forever showing us support. If you guys can get us to 3,333 subscribers, I'm going to personally do a giveaway. So be sure to smash that like and subscribe button and leave a comment if you have any questions whatsoever. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at AltCryptoGems for daily crypto content, and check out our website for frequent guides, project reviews, articles, and everything crypto related. Well guys, let's jump straight into it. So starting with the first article, a few weeks ago we actually mentioned a private crypto rehabilitation center, and now we have an update on what it looks like and how much it costs. Well, it actually costs $400,000 for a month to stay in this crypto rehab center, which is actually ridiculously priced. So apparently this place has a private yacht, a chauffeur-driven Bentley, and a personal chef inside, hence why it costs $400,000 just for one person to stay there for a month. So what's the whole point of this place? Well, they say that crypto addicts really need to seek help, and that is actually a form of gambling. But really, is that true? I mean, in some way you could say yes. You could say that investing in meme coins and crap coins and all these altcoins that have no utilities whatsoever is gambling. However, there is also educated gambling, if you call it that, especially when it comes to crypto. Many people don't actually understand the underlying technology, therefore they call it gambling overall. So where is this place? So the rehab center is called Paracelsus, and it is actually in Switzerland, Zurich, and labels itself the most private and discreet addiction and mental health clinic, and offers its stayers a beautiful view of Lake Zurich and so many other forms of entertainment and educational things to make sure that you're definitely distracted from crypto. They say that most of their clients are in their mid-30s, but the nuts thing is that they're trying to overcome crypto. They must be spending a lot of money on their cryptocurrency trades and all of this. However, 400k is a lot of money, and trying to wean someone down off of crypto, is it really worth $400,000? I'm sure you could have a therapist for a whole lifetime for 400k. For 1 month of rehabilitation, will that make you better for $400,000? Who knows? Well, as long as it's helping people and it's not battering the reputation of cryptocurrency, then I'm all for it. But I do really recommend that they bring down the price if they really want to help people. Why does it cost so much? So taking a look at this place, you can see that it's got a beautiful view. It's got a lovely interior designs. It's got its own doctor's lab, got a beautiful sitting room, beautiful bedrooms. Everything seems to be top class, like a 5-star hotel. Yes, I guess would make it extremely expensive. They've also got other places to stay in Mallorca, where crypto addicts can stay on luxury yachts. To be honest, if they're still living this life, they're probably going to be more motivated to make more money. And what better way to make money than cryptocurrency? Alright guys, let's move on to the next article. Okay, so next we have the G7, which is collaborating on tighter crypto regulations. So the world leaders are getting together to make sure that it is much harder for us to use our cryptocurrencies no matter where you are in the world. So leaders from Japan, United States of America, the United Kingdom, aka Great Britain, Canada, France, Germany and the European Union are expected to outline a global cooperative strategy for digital assets, which will all be dictated in May. Now, that is just around the corner, and together these leaders are apparently coming up with a strategy to increase overall crypto transparency and enhance the system for consumers, as well as address potential risks to the global financial system. Obviously, as this whole world is changing and we're now moving into a different financial system, aka the cryptocurrency financial system, we can expect more rules, regulations, and a whole different financial life if this is definitely going to play out the way I think it's going to be. As we all know, most countries are really doubtful on cryptocurrencies. However, some are ahead of others. The United States seems to be behind most, and it's doing everything in its power to prevent DeFi from taking over. What they're trying to do is advocate countries to use a CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency, which will enable cross-border transactions and will essentially become the middleman between banking and cryptocurrency. So the way I think it's going to work is when you put in $100, say, into crypto, you will have to put it into $100 worth of CBDC, which is regulated, and then you can move that cryptocurrency CBDC into your DeFi wallet, such as MetaMask, and then you'd be able to swap the CBDCs for Ethereum, stablecoins, and so on. This is the way I personally see it going, so that no matter what, you always have to go through a central bank and use these central bank currencies. Personally, I don't like this idea at all. This is definitely centralization and globalization. But if this is going to pump the market 100x, then I'm all in. Let's move on to the next article, which Nvidia, which is the largest chip maker in the world, says cryptocurrencies add nothing useful to society. Well, Nvidia, I think that is a stupid comment. You of all companies should know especially. So, what did he say? He said all of this crypto stuff, it needed parallel processing, and Nvidia is the best, so people just programmed it to use for this purpose. They bought a lot of this stuff and eventually it collapsed because it doesn't bring anything useful for society, and AI does. With ChatGPT, everybody can now create his own machine, his own program. You just tell it what to do and it will. And if it doesn't work the way you want it to, you tell it, I want something different. He said crypto, by contrast, was more likely high frequency trading, an industry that has led a lot of businesses for Mellanox, the company Kagan founded before it was acquired by Nvidia. We were heavily involved in trading. People also on Wall Street were buying our stuff to save a few nanoseconds on the wire. The banks were doing crazy things like pulling the fibers under the Hudson taut to make them a little bit shorter to save a few nanoseconds between their data center and the stock exchange. I never believed that crypto is something that will do something good for humanity. You know, people do crazy things, but they buy your stuff, you sell them stuff, but you don't redirect the company to support whatever it is. Now, this is a load of rubbish. I completely disagree. Crypto has a lot of utility. Let me just put one example to you, Nvidia. Well, sending money from a bank transfer can cost a lot of money, around 3% to send. And not only that, will take 1 business day at a minimum. And if you're sending $100,000 with 3%, you're going to be charged $3,000. Does that sound right? No. If I'm sending money on the blockchain, however, it can cost me as little as 1 cent, depending on what blockchain I'm using. Now, why would I rather pay $3,000 in a $100,000 transfer when I can pay 1 cent for a $100,000 transfer? Now, please explain that to me, Nvidia, and then we can discuss so that you can bring out a new article that doesn't release rubbish. So essentially, yeah, I think you're talking rubbish. Let's move on to the next article. So, last week and the week before, we mentioned that China is actually trying to become the crypto hub of the world. However, mainland China is not having it. Only Hong Kong. So supposedly many cryptocurrencies are heading to Hong Kong so that they can battle the fight of cryptocurrencies and create a demand for the whole mainland of China so that the country can buy and sell cryptocurrencies. In 2021, Beijing actually banned cryptocurrencies, and Hong Kong is fighting the fight to make sure that users don't have that ban any longer. So one spokesperson said, Henry Liu, which is the chief executive of a crypto exchange called BTSE, said a lot of the Chinese capital is looking for smarter and safer ways to invest. Being in Hong Kong naturally makes more sense than anywhere else. Many major centralized exchanges like KuCoin, Gate.io, and Huobi are planning to launch in Hong Kong, as they had to move from their headquarters in Singapore to now Hong Kong, where they are planning to create the main crypto hub of the world. Also, Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, was also founded in China and has now been caught advertising in Hong Kong. Chinese blockchain companies are very bullish on Hong Kong, said Cyrus Ip, partner at Hong Kong-based Web3 investor Newman Capital. He said mainland traders use VPNs to evade Chinese control, but still faced crypto difficulties, turning their crypto profits back into sovereign money, aka fiat, your yen, your British pound, your dollars, etc. However, it is possible in Hong Kong to change your crypto to hard-earned cash. So essentially, the whole of China is having to use a VPN if they want to interact with crypto companies, but I think we should follow Hong Kong and start changing the world. This is bullish to me, and I like the way they're going. Let's move on to the next article. Okay, Lindsay Lohan and Jake Paul are hit with SEC charges over a crypto scheme. So apparently 8 celebrities in total have been charged by US regulators with participating in an illegal crypto scheme. They were shilling 2 crypto tokens on their social media platforms, and the SEC came after them straight away. The list of celebrities are Lindsay Lohan, Jake Paul, Soulja Boy, singer Austin Mahone, porn star Kendra Lust, rapper Lil Yachty, Neo the musician, and Akon, which is a big rapper as well. Apparently they were illegally promoting TRX and BTT crypto without disclosing that they were compensated for doing so, which means basically that they were paid for promoting these cryptocurrencies and didn't warn their communities. So apparently all of the celebrities apart from Soulja Boy and Mahoney have paid a combined total of more than $400,000 to settle the charges. Now for these celebrities that have been listed, this is nothing. This is basically chump change. If the SEC are trying to make an example, this is nothing. This is just going to get swept under the rug tomorrow. Everyone will forget about it. $400,000 in this world is not much money. We all know that. If it was $400,000 each, that's a little bit better. But really, for Jake Paul, if he's getting charged 50 grand, this is literally just a Coca-Cola for him in our terms. And to be really honest, I do think they deserve to be charged more. It's celebrities like this that also put a bad name on cryptocurrencies, and hence we should get rid of them. And I also find it extremely disgusting how they're scamming their own community and all of their fans for their hard-earned cash. Does that sound right? Does it really sound like they respect their fans? No. So get rid of them. On to the next article. Now this one's really crazy. So a 23-year-old crypto prodigy has been abducted and tortured after scamming investors out of $29 million before he blew $12 million on supercars, luxury vacations, and a private jet. Of course. So this man, Aiden Plitowski, which is 23 years old, is currently going through bankruptcy proceedings in Canada, trying to recover the $29 million that he scammed out of his investors. So apparently the boy's dad, Adam Peters, got a call late night which demanded 3 million Canadian dollars for ransom, and that apparently his son was getting driven around Ontario, getting beaten and tortured. The boy bought over 10 different sports cars, spending over $1 million alone. So what did he do exactly? Apparently he ran a Ponzi scheme that made his investors lose over $29 million, and he obviously ran away with the money, thought he could splash it all and get away with it, and now apparently he may owe more than $29 million and has definitely got himself in a huge strut. Is it really worth it, guys? Scamming people, having a guilty conscience, and then worst of all getting tortured by people that really want you gone? Well, in a way you kind of deserve it. You shouldn't be scamming innocent people. And like I said just a minute ago, you guys are the reason why this space has a bad name. Once you guys are all out of here, this place would definitely be so much better. But let's face the facts, there will always be one or more. I don't wish this guy dead, but I do wish him a life in jail. That's pretty much it for Aiden Plitowski. Let's move on to the next article, which the UK is creating more banking problems. And like myself, it took me a long time to find a bank as I was faced with extreme restrictions. However, I have Revolut Bank, which I definitely highly recommend, and the UK government is planning on making it even harder for companies. So what's this article saying? Many of the major UK banks have now put in place bans or restrictions, and we are concerned that other banks and payment service providers may also be soon following suit. So many banks are banning transfers to crypto exchanges, which we all know, especially Binance, which is a big one. In May, you're not going to be able to deposit or withdraw from their banking partner, which is actually going to cause heavy issues in the UK. Most UK banks do not accept cryptocurrency purchases, even if it's on your debit card, which you own all the money. I can understand if it's on a credit card, but a debit card, that is your control. What are they doing? This is what really grinds my gears. I absolutely hate the fact that they have control over our money that we've worked hard to work for and earn. How the flip do they have control over it? I don't know. That's why I'm really heavily believing in cryptocurrencies and decentralization specifically. All of us in the UK, I'm sure we're hoping that it will definitely change. If not, I'm assuming many people are going to leave the country, but I doubt that they will do this. I'm really seeing that the CBDCs are going to be introduced very soon due to all of this regulatory news. Guys, moving on to the final article, Do Kwon has finally been arrested. Even though he was lying for months on end saying that no one's looking for him, he's not getting charged with an arrest. Well, that was a lie. He was actually caught in Montenegro, and he was behind a $40 billion collapse of Terra USD and Luna Classic. So apparently, prosecutors from the United States have apparently found him and charged him with fraud. Authorities from South Korea issued an arrest warrant for Mr. Kwon last September and has now finally been caught. They thought he was in Serbia originally. The guy was hiding, saying, I'm here, I'm there, I'm not hiding, I'm not this, I'm not that. Well, he was lying to us and he manipulated everyone and he lost his community billions of dollars. I had very close friends which lost a lot of money. They could have pulled out the cash, but they actually believed so firmly in the project that they thought it would never crash. So Mr. Kwon has separately been charged with fraud by US prosecutors. He faces charges of security frauds, wire fraud, commodities fraud, and conspiracy, according to an indictment made public at the US District Court in Manhattan on Thursday, which just went. Mr. Kwon didn't respond to the comments and accusations. Do Kwon, you were the cause of a major crypto crash. One that is very historical. If you really did have bad intentions, I hope you spend a lifetime in jail. You've caused a lot of people a lot of pain, which no one innocent deserves. And that is pretty much it for Do Kwon at the moment. Once we find out more, I will be covering more. But at the moment, he's probably sitting in a little cell, wondering how long he's going to get in prison. So looking at coinmarketcap.com, in the last 24 hours, we've got a volume of $32.4 billion, which is actually very minimal considering that the last few weeks we've had $100 billion minimum in volume, even though it was Sunday yesterday. So maybe this week it will change. The market cap overall is 1.16 trillion, which in my opinion, I do think we're about to drop. Well guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it helpful and informative. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. And we also currently have a promotion running on Bybit, the best centralized exchange platform for buying, trading and earning. Bybit is home to all your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you can claim up to $4,380 just by signing up using the link in the description below. It's simple. If you need help finding the right crypto gems, then follow us on Twitter at AltCryptoGems and head over to our website to get your hands on detailed project reviews, crypto guides and more. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you found this video helpful and informative. Until next time, DGens.